Here's my evidence-based parasite cleanse recipe. Check this out.
Okay, here's what you've been waiting for, my evidence-based parasite cleanse recipe. An estimated 80% of the world population has a parasite, and they come in many forms. There's intestinal parasites like pinworms, hookworms, tapeworms, and others. Then there's blood parasites such as malaria, nematodes, microscopic roundworms, and of course there's amoeba and protozoa infections. Now there's more to it than that, but that's not what this video is about. Let's get on to the evidence-based recipe, and we'll talk about the other stuff in another video. First off, you can help me name the tea. So far, I have Worm Ward Wellness Tea or Parasite Purge Potion. Which one sounds best to you? Let me know in the comments. I'll be counting the votes. With all that being said, now here's the recipe. Number 1, 3 parts papaya seed, cut and sifted or powder. They can't be whole. If you get them whole, put them in a blender, coffee grinder, or food processor to make sure that you break the shell. The studies done on this have shown that papaya seeds eliminate 71 to 100% of intestinal parasites. In another study, they added papaya seeds to school children's lunches in some parts of Africa and found a significantly lower rate of parasitic infections overall. Number 2 is 2 parts Oregon grape or 1 part barberry root. Oregon grape and barberry contain a compound called berberine. The reason why I say 2 parts Oregon grape or 1 part barberry is that barberry is significantly more alkaloid than Oregon grape is. So though you'll still be using less barberry, you'll be getting a relatively equal amount of berberine. Oregon grape is known to be safer for children and pets, and the reason why I added this is because berberine is known to kill all types of different parasites, including malaria. Oh, on a side note, berberine is also known to even eliminate amoeba infections. Pretty neat, huh? Number 3 is 2 parts black walnut hulls. Black walnut hulls work on parasites in 2 ways. First, they oxygenate the blood, which is known to make the host inhospitable to all types of parasites, and it has a compound called juglone, which is shown to be highly anthelmintic, or antiparasitic, to the point that it even causes cell death in amoeba, just like berberine. Now, if you have a tree nut allergy, you can leave this one out, or substitute it with 2 parts of sunflower leaf, root, or seed extract. If you remember from my 5 herbs to combat malaria video, you'll remember that sunflower leaf and seed extracts are used in the Caucasus region of the Mediterranean to treat malaria due to the lack of pharmaceuticals available. Number 4 is 1 part wormwood. For this, you can use sweet wormwood, Artemisia annua, or bitter wormwood, Artemisia absinthium, for this recipe. It's bitter wormwood, also known as plain wormwood, that I'm using here. Wormwood has been used for thousands of years, specifically for parasitic infections. It has many other medicinal uses, but that's not for this video. It has a compound called alpha-thujone, which, when taken in high doses, is toxic, but when used properly, is a really great medicine. In a study where wormwood was used against parasitic worms, the wormwood induced worm paralysis, death, and ultrastructural alterations, meaning that it put their bodies through the ringer. This makes wormwood a great addition because it attacks the problem from many different angles. Now, full disclosure here, this herb is going to make this recipe very bitter, and it's probably going to taste awful. If you absolutely have to sweeten it, use honey, don't use sugar, or you're defeating the whole purpose of this. Number 5 on the list is 1 part raw pumpkin seed. Science is revealing that pumpkin seeds also contain compounds that have a detrimental effect if you're a parasite. In several studies, they were shown to have several effects on the infection itself. They paralyze the parasites, they lessen egg production, and they cause structured cell death in the organisms themselves. Definitely a good addition to this blend. Now this recipe can be used as a tea, it can be made into capsules, or even into tinctures. This is a 7-day cleanse, and if you plan to use this blend for a parasite cleanse, then you know you have to change your lifestyle to a point as well. During this process, you're going to have to cut out sweets, processed foods, pop or soda, maybe even look into some intermittent fasting during this 7-day period. After all, it's your body, you should probably put a little effort into it. You cannot pill your way to better health. I'll be making this into an anti-parasitic tea, which you guys are going to be able to name, and it'll be available as a 7-day parasite cleanse. Now, if you don't have a parasite, it will not hurt you. It'll actually detox your body and also be effective against bacteria, viral, and fungal issues too. This recipe was also designed to be safe for both children and pets, but make sure you do your own research. Now, if you'd like to have access to all the research that goes into all of my videos, consider joining my Patreon page, The Herb Guy, where you can have access to all of my research and read all these studies yourself for as little as $1 a month. And don't forget to let me know what you thought about this video.